to the way his hand, quickest guy I think he's ever going to face. A southpaw, and let's face it, even though he's 8-0 against left-handers, we know what happened against Zab Judah, right. What's happened against DeMarcus Chop Chop Corley. What do you... Hyper-aggressive Pac-Man.
Remember George Foreman in particular was always one who was really big on talking about the importance and the lack of use in many prize fighters of the good stiff jab to the chest. You know, just
well, we saw Naghanda do it against Adrian Broder that set up the left hook.
Exactly. And I think, you know, Floyd's going to have the superior reach. He's going to have the superior height. That's going to have to be what he's going to try to do. He needs to keep Manny Paquiao out of range. Is he no longer having the sort of ad hoc, it's 3 a.m., I've decided I'm going to go and run for 10 miles kind of a thing? Is it much more disciplined and structured, or is it still same old Floyd? Still, like, he'll just keep on doing that?
Still same old Floyd, which doesn't bother me at all, because he's just nocturnal. He's just reversed in hours. So, you know, we get here.
Is it less sparring?
You know, it's like you don't have, like what we do. We don't do the conventional, you know, 8, 10, 12 pyramid of rounds. You just go by feel, you go by what you ritual of marking Manny out. But no, you control yourself, and you know, when your body needs to rest, you get that rest in. And as far as the boxing part, you know, unfortunately it's a contact sport. You know, things are going to happen, and there's going to be black eyes and bloody noses and split lips and all the other stuff. But you don't notice here in Mayweather gym, it's customary not to wear the full face head guard. It's more of the old style, Olympic style, open face, smaller gloves. So it's a little bit more realistic too. Floyd likes to, he wants to get hit, he doesn't want to have a false sense of security that the bar gives you.
There are rumors for every licensed fighter needs to be randomly drug tested.
Right, and I think a lot of it is the issue of who's the person who's going to control that. We have such a strange thing. We have this patchwork of commissions.
Right.
You know, if a commission is strong, then maybe a fighter doesn't want to go there and we'll go to a weak commission instead. It is the strange Wild West nature of boxing that makes it, particularly the NFL can mandate it. It can just go ahead and just go and do that. Roger Goodell can say that. There's no one in boxing who can do that.
There have been power brokers in boxing though too, and when I was doing a podcast, I had Bernard Hopkins on the show, and we talked about it. He said he was willing, that the Golden Boy, a promotion, you know, he's part of, that they were going to put up millions of dollars to maybe try to implement more of this random drug. And it's going to take all, like you say, all entities. And because of the patchwork of commissions and the fact that there's no national identity or entity for commissions, I think that is something that has also hurt the sport of boxing. And here we are now, where we have the PBC on all these networks. Fingers of one hand and still have a couple of digits left over the number of times that he has been caught like that. And part of it obviously is his tremendous defensive skill, but a part of it also is the ability to absorb that punch when you do get hit. Right. And that's why neck strength is so important. I mean, with guys like Mike Tyson, for example, who also was able to take an enormous amount of punishment, largely that was because his head was just